Hello everybody, it's Robert Powers. Today I have an Allen Edmonds belt that I picked up here at a thrift store for a little over $5. And as you can see, it's, leather is in good condition, but it obviously needs some taking care of here. I'm going to see how it looks when we're applying Saphir Renovateur and Ashland Leather's Tanner's Blend Leather Lotion and Conditioner and Kiwi Leather Lotion. Okay, so let's go. Hello everybody, it's Robert Powers. 4.5 out of 5. My shoe collection. Some stains there. Got a nice lather. Here is the finished product. I'm not a professional. How tight this is though. You can see it very clearly here. I just cut the thread. So here it goes. Now that's a proper mirror shine. They're both done. Doesn't it look awesome? So by the way, in my little ditty there in the intro, I do say I'm not a professional because a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, I'm just kind of like learning along with you guys. I don't want to necessarily say this is the best. I don't have enough experience, so I'm just trying to bring education, trying to bring you guys some information in areas where I think it's lacking, that's all. And so, for example, I have a Good Belts Cheap video where we bring a belt back to life, and there's some good, a couple other videos, 2 other videos that I'll link down below that I think are relevant here. But what I want to do is, kind of a sort of a head-to-head. Now, here's the problem with this. My gut feeling says what's going to happen is all 3 are going to make it look great. That doesn't necessarily mean all 3 of these lotions are equivalent. Okay, so I think the Saphir has the best reputation on the market. And I don't know if you can see there, but it says mink oil based is what that says there, okay? And it definitely has the best reputation, Saphir, not just this Renovateur, but Saphir in general for their polishes and waxes as being the best, the best high-end shoemakers, polishers, in the world generally all use, most of them used, Saphir. This is from Ashland Leather. The reason this one holds weight with me is the people that created this actually work at a Horween Leather Company. Now, if you don't know, Horween Leather Company is one of the best tanneries in the world, and I believe the only one left in the United States that actually produces shell cordovan, and from my understanding, that produces the highest quality shell cordovan in the world. As a matter of fact, if you look at Allen Edmonds shoes, their shell cordovan shoes actually have a Horween Leather stamp on them, so the uppers come from Horween only, and the people that work at Horween are the ones that develop this blend. And then of course you've got the Kiwi as well. So part of what this is not going to measure is the longevity, or how it increases the longevity of the shoe. By the way, I'm told that the Tanner's Blend is mainly lanolin. Okay, so but let's at least see what it does. I mean, like I said, I just want to see, is there some difference that we could document here? So what I'm going to do here, you can see I have, well, actually I guess I have 4 sections, but I have 3 sections. I wanted to use the bad area, right? So I'm going to keep it in the same order. This area here, the first, this I guess I'll call it the first section. I'm going to use the Saphir. The middle one, I'm going to use the Tanner's Blend, and the right one, I'm going to use the Kiwi. Okay, and I'm just going to get an old rag. I know it's kind of dirty, but this is all I use it for, and it's going to do perfectly fine. So I guess first let's start with the one that I believe to not be the highest quality. In Kiwi Leather Lotion, I don't know if you can actually read it there. It's formulated to gently clean as it replenishes oils for all finished leather. Keeps leather articles looking new longer, helps prevent leather from drying or cracking, recommended for use on all colors of smooth, imitation leather, boots, shoes, briefcases, luggages, garments, and other accessories. Okay, so as if you've seen my saddle soap video, I went through the ingredients and what's in it, so I'm going to do that here, of course, with these as well. So I guess I will start with the Kiwi Leather Lotion. Kiwi Leather Lotion, and this is according to the SC Johnson website. They actually list all the ingredients. I just printed it out here. So just very quickly here, the first ingredient is water. Okay, second one, I don't know how to pronounce this stuff. You'll have to forgive me. Isodecyl oleate is a moisturizer that can be found in cosmetics. Okay, some of these descriptions don't tell us a lot, and we could go down a rabbit hole and look them up if you'd like, but I'm not going to do that. Third product is Tretanolamide. I can't do that one. It's a pH adjusters to make sure we achieve the best pH for a particular job. Then glycine soybean oil moisturizer helps prevent a product or surface like leather from drying out and help it retain moisture. That's pretty interesting. Paraffin wax. Paraffin is a blend of waxes, candles, Paraffin is a film former to create a protective coating or shine on a surface. And ethoxylated alcohol, an emulsifier. cleaning agent, surfactant, remove dirt deposits by surrounding dirt particles to loosen them from the surface. So they are attached to so they can be rinsed away. All right, that makes sense. It's got a lot of stuff in it, I guess, is what I'm figuring out here. And glycol montanate is a wax film former, adds shine and protective coating. Carnuba wax, protective shine or coating on the surface, comes from the Carnuba palm tree. It forms on the leaves of the palm tree. Proprietary polymer solution. They're obviously not telling you, what that is because it's proprietary. It's a secret. Decyl oleate, a moisturizer that can also be found in cosmetics. Fragrance, it's funny because I've learned that fragrances, I guess companies don't have to say what they are, even though they're, a chemical in the product. So you never know what that contains. It can contain all kinds of chemicals. Benzoyl preservative and isopropanol butyl carbonate, another preservative. So I guess the point there is it's got a lot of stuff in it. Tanner's Blend, my understanding from talking to Phil, if you've seen my Leather Talk Part 1 and 2 video series, where I actually have a nice, awesome long interview, go way down in depth into the making, care, and tanning of leather, everything from, start to finish, because Phil Callis, not only owns Ashland Leather Company, but he works at Horween Leather Company. So the point is, this holds value to me because this is what they actually use in the tanning process at Horween, and it's mainly lanolin, is my understanding. By the way, lanolin, what is lanolin? Lanolin actually is a wax that is secreted by sheep onto their wool. So it's a waxy substance secreted by sheep, and the purpose of it in the sheep is to keep its skin and wool in good condition. So it's widely renowned as being something that's ideal for this kind of this kind of environment, this kind of situation. I looked on Saphir's website, and Saphir's website doesn't say much, although all it says is really the same thing as there. It's mink oil based. So what is mink oil? Mink oil is an oil that's derived from the fat under the skin of minks, and I guess in the pelting process, making mink pelts, fur, it comes from defleshing. In other words, when they scrape the fat and stuff off of the pelts, that's where mink oil comes from. So that's what's in them. So let's try them out. So first, kiwi. We'll shake it up, a little bit on. Smells pretty reasonable, and isn't that amazing? It gets rid of that spotty, it looks like it needs to be polished, and it really does get rid of that. It's not perfect, you can still see some of it there, but anyway, let's compare, see how it does. So I'm going to get a fresh spot on the rag here. Next, I'm going to use the Tanner's Blend. I may have to let that dry a little bit. Do you see there? Like I'm talking like right up in here. It's hard to get it just right in the light. It's almost too much light or too little. You see that? It almost looks like an orangey. I'm guessing that might be an overexposure to moisture, too much moisturizer. I'll let that set up and dry. We'll see how it looks after it dries. Okay, next, Saphir. Saphir definitely has the thickest consistency. you know? I don't know if I can honestly say that one is better than the other from just an appearance standpoint. They all moisturized it. And this may not be 100% scientific, because you could say that, you know, this section of the belt is not as bad as this, you know, those kind of things. You know, but like I said, so I know this is, I'm going to get flamed. I always do all my videos, but like I said, trying to bring you guys some kind of value. I was really, to be honest with you, most interested in the Tanner's blend versus the Saphir. Maybe I reduce how much light is on this. I can't honestly say one is better than the other. They both work well, you know? Here's untreated. For whatever that's worth. Okay, it's the next day now. I'm gonna try Saphir. This is a light brown. Results. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I brought it upstairs where there's more natural sunlight. And you can still see a little bit of discoloration. It's almost invisible though. Right, you can see a little bit right there, you know, a little bit, you know, right there and there, but that's not bad. I mean, I'm like 4 inches away from the belt here, about 4 to 6 inches away from the belt, which I highly doubt anybody's going to get that close when they look at you. So, huge improvement. I'll cut in a picture of what it was like before. But there you go. Just treat it like a shoe, right? Thank you guys very much for watching.